A lot of travelers hitting the roads. I'll be among them, trying to head back to D.C. today. What's it looking like throughout this region?
You know, the Great Lakes is where it's going to be kind of iffy for folks that are heading out over the next couple of days. It's not just today. It's through the weekend and even potentially in some spots through Monday. You can see the snow showers on our satellite. Also, just a little batch of snow working into the St. Louis area. That's going to be something we'll deal with through the day today. So no surprise that we've got 16 million people under these winter alerts. These likely extending through the weekend. All of these same kind of locations going to be trouble spots. So Cleveland to Buffalo, up into portions of upstate New York. You're going to see that intense lake effect snow downwind of the lake. We've got really warm lake waters for this time of year. We've got very cold air moving over it. So that means that we essentially just see all of that moisture falling in the form of snow for a prolonged period. The travel will be difficult, especially on I-90, I-86. We've already seen kind of a treacherous situation there for folks, and the visibility has been decreased, and that likely is going to be kind of the same scenario we see through the weekend. Here's a look even at Monday with some of those lake effect snow showers lasting. Again, road travel going to be really challenging. Parts of Michigan about 6 feet to up to a foot on top of what we've already received. But then look at downwind of the lakes, especially Ontario. You can see Watertown in the upwards of a couple of feet kind of range, guys. We could see by the time this is all said and done up to 70 inches of snow in that area.
70 inches of snow. Angie, we appreciate it. Thanks so much.
All right, now to the attack of the rest of the country's forecast that Peter did not already cover. Hi.
He did good. I'll give him my stamp of approval, Peter. Don't you worry. Hey, it's not all bad news, guys. Of course, I talked about the difficulty with travel across the Great Lakes, and it is going to be like that with those whiteout conditions. But a lot of the country is dry. Notice the clear skies over parts of the southeast. Out west, we've got nice conditions, too, when it comes to those sky conditions. So that means easy travel in a lot of spots. San Francisco, L.A. today, Wichita, Omaha. You're not going to see a whole lot that's going to interrupt your air travel or your road travel. We'll see a little bit of that snow across parts of St. Louis, and then those whiteout conditions, of course, making it difficult for Cleveland. Places like Chicago, 26 degrees. That's all you're getting for your high temperature today. As we get into tomorrow, more of the same. It'll be cold but clear for much of the country. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood.
What say you? Are you into the reality show for survivalists?
I mean, I'll watch it from my couch, but, you know, I don't want to be out there for that long, that's for sure. Talking about frigid temperatures, too, guys, we've got those going on across much of the country, especially parts of the southeast. 15 million people across the southeast under these chilly kind of alerts. The frost advisories, the freeze watches, the freeze warnings, they're all out there as our temperatures have dipped below freezing in a lot of spots. Nashville, you're one of those locations. Birmingham at 27 degrees right now. Not far from freezing for Biloxi, and we've got Tallahassee sitting at 34 degrees. Now, these temperatures, as the day goes on, they're not rebounding a whole lot, especially the farther north you go. Detroit, you top out at 29 degrees today. We've got 27 for Des Moines, just 8 degrees in Fargo today for your high temperature, 37 in Huntington. You add on some winds to these, and we're dealing with single-digit wind chill values here in this morning for a lot of folks. As we look ahead to tomorrow, the rest of your weekend doesn't look a lot different. We keep that going with 28 degrees in Indianapolis. These temperatures running 10 to even 20 degrees below normal for this time of year. In places like St. Louis, 32 degrees for your high as you round out your weekend. This takes us right into next week and into December, and it doesn't get much better. Unfortunately, the winter feel is here to stay for Chicago with the low 30s. We do get back to the 40s by midweek. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood.
Post-Thanksgiving time to start what's popping. Here we go. First up, good family film. I'll acknowledge that, but Wicked's on our Wicked. We got to do Wicked. That's the plan for this.
There's so much to see.
I feel like your girls have already been treated to the Wicked soundcast in your soundtrack.
From Peter singing guitar.
Yes.
Peter did a little Defying
Gravity.
Next up.
Angie is clearly ready.
Yeah, I've seen it.
You're ready?
And I watched that trailer, and I know there's something bad that's going to happen, but then it'll all end up fine.
Whenever I leave the house.
Is that how it goes? Spoiler alert.
Whenever I leave the house, all I hear is my wife saying, "Find Virgin River."
She's looking for Jack.
As the door slammed shut. All right. Final. Some people are sweating and drinking milk, and
we should do a challenge.
Let's do it, guys.
All right.
Challenge.
We got a group exercise.
Still to come here, our Saturday morning boost and one kid's idea.
Good life.
You know, I'm still trying to wrap my head around John Hamm being in my dressing room doorway when I open it. Whew, craziness. All right, guys, we've got some of that lake effect snow. This is going to be something that interrupts those plans to get home over the next couple of days. Notice it's all surrounding the Great Lakes, of course, but we've also got a little bit of snow across parts of the Midwest. St. Louis, you're going to gear up for that. And notice those winter alerts, they extend to Charleston as that snow will be moving to the east through the day today. So 16 million people under the winter alerts and more snow to come. We've already received over 30 inches in some spots, but some locations are going to see up to 70 inches by the time this is all said and done, especially downwind of Lake Ontario, places like Watertown. That's where you'll see those highest numbers. Those intense snow bands will be blinding with snow. You'll see the decreased visibility. So that's all on the table here through at least Monday in some of these spots. And on top of that, we've got the winter air in place. It feels like the single digits in some spots this morning, but look at Chicago, 24 degrees for your high today, ending up into the 30s by Monday. Let's look at the weather across the country. Let's see what's happening in your neighborhood.
Jill Martin's here on the couch. Look at this.
I know. Everyone's asking
really
about my
soft.
jumpsuit.
Dazzling.
This is available on today.com at a discount. We put it on for you and the shoes, so we're all holiday ready together.
Fantastic.
The jumpsuit looks amazing on
Sell it
anybody.
all off.
Yeah.
Yeah, nonstop.
I'm on sale.
That's
Peter's
gonna-
wearing this next week.
That could get interesting. That'll do it for us on a Saturday morning.